Welcome back to Journey to Peace with me. So this is another Stuffing Sunday. Are y'all ready? Let's get into it. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you can join our journey and you can take this journey to financial peace with me. All right, let's get into it. So this time I'm going to do it a little differently, and I'm going to take my categories out of my wallet so you can actually see what they look like, and I'm going to show you step by step what my process looks like when I get from the bank, what the money looks like when I get it, when I start it, because I usually start the video when I've already divided out the money. So I'm going to start this one off by showing you what the money looks like when I get it directly from the bank, the denominations, all that stuff, and then get into stuffing my envelopes. Okay, so these are my little dividers that go in my wallet. Remember, I told you they're raggedy, and I'm not changing them anytime soon. They're raggedy because they were in my old wallet, and that wallet kept tearing up the tips of them, see? But it's all right. So this is how my money goes into my wallet. These are my categories that are always in my wallet. This is the paper that I take with me to the bank. So when I get there, I just hand this to the teller, and they give me all the denominations of what I need. So this is the personal account, and so this is the denominations or the amount of each denomination that I'm looking for. And this is the denomination. That's how much it should total. So sometimes it's a little difficult for the teller to count the money because the 50s are odd, and so it ends up when they starting to count the 20s to confuse them a little bit. So I tell them it's easier just to count to make sure that the number of each denomination is correct, because I already know what the total should be. And then this is what it looks like for the joint account. This is how many I'm asking for of each denomination, and this is what the total should be. All right, so let's start with the joint account. And because it's in this thing, I have no idea which account is which. Okay, yeah, this is joint. All right, so when I get the money, this is what it looks like. Sometimes the bills are in the right direction. Most times they're not. And I don't understand why, as a teller, you give me my money in all different kinds of directions. Like, that's just crazy to me. All right. So there we go. All of the money is in the right direction now, so we can go ahead and get started. So the first category that I usually stuff is groceries. So that means I need to take out 200s, put them here, 250s. No, I need 220s. And 2 5s. All right, so that is my $250 for groceries. This pay period, so here's my grocery category here. This is what that one looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out of there. See how much money we have left over. So this is $86 that's left over, and I'm going to split it and put 45 into school and 40 into Christmas. So this time, because we were out of town, I didn't do a whole lot of shopping. I bought some things for Christmas dinner because we were at my sister-in-law's house, and I needed to help purchase some things for Christmas dinner, so we did that, but we didn't do a whole lot of grocery shopping. We have some groceries left over, so I'm going to try and do a shop my pantry for this week that's coming and see if I can save a little bit more money that way. All right, so I put that aside, and now I'm adding the $250 into the grocery category here. So the next up is aftercare for my big girl. So I'm going to take out her $50 and put that into my wallet. Then next up is aftercare for the babies. That is $100 and a $50. I'm going to put that into my wallet. Next up is date night. So I need a $50, a $20, and a $5. We did not do a date night this pay period, so we still have money in the date night category. This is what my date night card looks like. It has a little pink tab up here, and it says date night up there. You can't really see it anywhere, but that's what it says. So I'm adding my money to it. So in our date night category, we now have 150, 170, 190, 245 for whenever we eventually go out on another date. So the next up is restaurants. And so for the restaurant category, I break that down with 3 20s, 2 10s, 2 5s, no, 3 5s, and 1 1s. I'm sorry, 5 1s. All right, so that's $100, and I'm going to go ahead and add that to the restaurants. And because we were out of town and we left on Friday and we didn't get back until Wednesday, we did eat out a lot. So we have $12 left over from the restaurant category. So I'm going to add that to birthdays. And now I'm going to add the restaurant money in. So restaurant looks like this. So I'm going to put that there. So I have stuffed restaurant, I've stuffed date night, and I've stuffed groceries. The next up is allowance. And this is for the kids. So big girl gets a 20. The little ones get 5 and 5 1s to make 10. So that's them, and how I put it is I put my little girl in the back, I put my oldest in the middle, and then I put my son in the front, just so I can separate them because it all goes into my wallet. And we had a conversation today while we were at the store, and I let them know that they get paid after they have earned their allowance. So they earned their allowance, and that's how they ended up getting it throughout the week. But now they have to work for this money going forward. And if they earn it, they earn it. If they don't, it ends up in my wallet. So this is gymnastics, and this is going to go into baby girl sinking fund. And that is it for the joint account. So now I'm moving on to my personal account, and again the money is coming straight out of the envelope, and this is what it looks like straight out of the envelope. So now I'm going to stuff my gas category, and I do 3 50s. I did it this way because that each time I fill up, it takes $50, or that's how much it was taking when I was budgeting for it. So this is $175. I have 3 50s, a 20, and a 5. My gas category, now I have $50 left over, which is decent because I spent the gas money on the trip up to where we were going. And then I got an oil change before we left. That came out of the car fund, which is where this $50 is going. So I got an oil change, and I got a much needed car wash because my kids had my car looking a hot mess. Okay, let me tell you. I forgot to show you what my card looks like. So this is what my gas card looks like when it's inside of my wallet. Next up is my phone bill. So that is a 50, a 20, and a 10. And I'm sorry if you can hear some noise in the background. That's my husband and my kids. They're in the other room playing a game, which is why I'm in this room. Next up is Tithe. So that's $200 that goes into my wallet. So Miscellaneous is next up, and I give myself 3 20s, 2 10s, 3 5s, and 5 ones. All right, what do I have left over? I bought some shoes yesterday, so I don't think I have much of anything left over. And I also did my Secret Santa gifts out of my money. So I have $30 left. So this is going to go into my personal fund. This is what I use to buy whatever I want to spend my money on. So this pay period, I'm going to be spending money on my husband because his birthday is on the 3rd. Is that this week? It is. Sheesh. All right, so that's it with my category. So now this goes into my wallet, and it goes into this back section here. Like that. It's a little full, and I need to empty out my change. So that's the change that's in here from all my purchases, and that's going to go into the coin jar for the Easy Savings Challenge, which I'll link up in the card above, so you can check that out to see what I'm talking about with the Easy Savings Challenge. And I've already started to save our change and our coins for Christmas next year. So next up is, oh, I forgot, I had to add the restaurant in for the money that I spend to eat out. It's 2 20s and a 10. So let me add that here. All right, so that's done. So next up is $100 is going to go into the vacation fund. So I have $100 for vacation. And I have $100 for the wedding fund. And then I have $53 for my personal. And every other category in here gets $22. So if you don't know what a sinking fund is, this is my sinking fund, and I'll link it in the card above so you can see what it is that I have in here. And I'll also link the other video that I did about how to stop living check to check using a sinking fund, and all the categories that you can think of. But that's it for this Stuffing Sunday. I'm going to go ahead and stuff this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me, you know, how your pay period went, what you're doing, and how it's going for you. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for joining me.